afternoon, everyone. And I want to add my welcome, as Herbert said. I'm so excited to be back in Barcelona. I was lucky enough to live here with my family for 18 months, and it was a wonderful 18 months. And in that time, I fell in love with a game that we wrongly call soccer in the U.S., but you call football. And so I'm excited to see the Barca's 7-0. I hope they'll go 38-0, but I know they're having a good season. But I'm excited to be back in Europe, and I'm excited to be back in Barcelona. So today I want to talk about four things. First, I want to expand on what Herbert talked about in terms of the mega trends that we're seeing in the industry right now around cloud, around security, around big data, and around mobility. Second, I want to talk about HP's new mobile printing solutions that include the first enterprise MFP with touch to print, as well as the first mobile print accessory that will go work across our installed base. So not only are we doing it with new devices, but we're also doing it with our installed base. Third, I want to talk about our expanded portfolio of flow of MFPs for both the enterprise and the SMB customer. And finally, I want to talk about our enhanced and new solutions that are designed for the new style of IT. So as Herbert noted, the IT environment is changing rapidly. We're seeing these key megatrends. And as Meg says, we're planning to take a leadership position in all four of those megatrends. Now, you may ask, and we're planning on doing the same thing from a laser printer perspective. And you may ask, well, printing, does that really align with the new style of IT? And it's absolutely happening. What we're hearing from our customers is they're seeing more need for scanning. How do we make it so it's easy to scan to the cloud? Mobility is impacting printing from a mobile print perspective. We're seeing big data create opportunities, and we're designing our products and solution to solve customers' pain points as well as meet those needs. And we're really embracing those trends so that we have products and solutions that work with the new style of IT. So let's talk about mobility. So we know from research that the vast majority of customers want to print from their smartphone. But what they tell us is they either don't know how, or those that have tried said it's too difficult. And they said, we need it to be as easy as printing from either your desktop or your notebook. And in fact, they would like it simpler. At the same time, what IT administrators are telling us is it also needs to be secure. So we've got to make it simple for the employee or the customer. We've got to make it secure for IT. Now, every day, more and more documents are digitized and stored in the cloud. And what we've seen from our MFP customers is they're actually starting to fax less, and they're starting to copy less. But scan volume is climbing rapidly. So when we build our MFPs now, we think about that new customer environment. We think about that customer environment where they're scanning billions of documents to the cloud. And we actually design our MFPs with that in mind. In fact, one of the paradigms we've broken is in the past, whenever you designed an MFP, you made it a copy-optimized MFP. What I mean by that is that the scanner speed was gated by how fast the printer would. We've actually decoupled that. The scan speed on our new MFPs is faster than the print speed, and that's because we need to enable customers to give them the ability to scan documents up into the cloud. And so by doing that, we're designing around scanning, where many of our competitors are still designing around copying. We want to make sure and embrace that cloud trend and make MFPs in the new style of IT. Now, if you've got a world of mobility where customers want to have that mobile experience at home and in the office, you've got a world of cloud where customers are digitizing billions of pages. From an IT administrator perspective, this creates a lot of concerns because they don't want to be the guy that says no. They want to go to their employees and say, we want to give you the same great mobile experience at work, just like you have at home. We want to give you these cloud repository opportunities, but we've got to make them secure. So when we talk to IT administrators, they say, help us. Help us make it as simple for our customers, but also help us make it secure. We trust HP on our network. We need to continue to trust it. Can you help us solve these problems? So if you think back in time, business has always been paper-based. All your contracts are paper-based. All your documents are paper-based. All your receipts are paper-based. All of your expense reports are paper-based. At some point in the future, we're going to go to an all-digital world, probably when my kids retire. But in the meantime, we're going to be in this hybrid world where you have to coexist paper and digital. You're going to have documents that you have both stored in a filing cabinet, but also stored up in the cloud. You're going to have an expense report that you're going to have a hard copy form that you want to save in a cloud repository. You're going to have a contract that's sitting in a cloud repository, waiting for you to finish that sales engagement with the customer, and then you need to download it, print it very easily, and then make it and print it, and you're going to have to coexist between these digital and physical worlds. Which really leads us to the news of the day. Now, as Herbert asked the question, we all have these. In fact, most of us have more than one of these, or we have both smartphones and tablets. They keep us connected to our work. We use them at home, and we use them in between. Today, HP is making it simple, which is what customers tell us they need, and secure, which is what IT administrators require. So to demonstrate, let me bring Brian Schmitz up to the stage. Brian leads the marketing team that designed and defined these new products, and he's going to demonstrate our new mobile print capabilities.
Thanks, George. So I get the fun part here. I get to give you a couple demonstrations of what we're doing with mobile printing. So, as we've been talking about, everyone has mobile devices, tablets, smartphones, and what we're doing is enabling you to print very simply from these devices. So in my hand here, I have one of our Elite Pads. And the Elite Pad has a technology built in it called NFC, Near Field Communications. And what Near Field Communications is a short-range radio technology that allows information to be passed back and forth. And so we're using this technology to enable our customers to simply walk up to our devices and print. So if I take my Elite Pad here, and I've got a brochure on here, and if you imagine I wanted to print this brochure and leave a copy behind, all I would need to do is put the Elite Pad in print mode, and let's just take a second here to put that in print mode. And then once I do, all I need to do is go over to the MFP, and on the MFP here, we can see where the NFC reader is. It's this little area right here on the surface. I take the Elite Pad, and some of you in front may have heard the sound that it makes when it connects. And then you can hear the printer starting up and the print job is coming out. Really that simple. Put the device into print mode, walk up, tap it to the printer, and print. As George mentioned, even easier than printing from a PC today. And then the other thing I wanted to share with you also about our tap-to-print functionality is we often hear from IT that it needs to be secure. They're very concerned that when we enable this mobile functionality, are we creating a security risk for them? And the answer is no. The way we've architected this solution is that on the device, the wireless portion of it, which enables the tap to print, is actually physically separated from the wired connection that connects that to the corporate network. So there's no way to hack in through this wireless connection and create a security risk. It's architecturally separated. And the other thing we've done is we've encrypted the information between the mobile device and the printer. So 128-bit encryption in the information that's being passed back and forth. And then finally, you can create up to a 13-digit password that allows you to define who can print to that device. So it's secure, it's locked down if IT wants it to, and yet at the same time, it's very simple.
And Brian, a couple things. When you think about combining 128-bit encryption and a 13-digit password, it's essentially as safe as online banking. We've added to that by making that physical disconnection so you can't have a bad actor go in there through the firewall. So again, we're giving IT that security that they need while adding that NFC capability.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So these are the industry's first enterprise MFPs and printers with touch to print. We'll be adding them in 4 new products this fall, both color and mono, both single function and multifunction. These products are faster than their predecessor. They have additional paper handling functionality, both on the input and output. And when I talked about Scan Optimize, I want to talk about that for a moment. We made this with scanning in mind. So number one, when we talk to customers and we ask them about their workflows, what we find is that, there's some things that get in the way of them having a complete workflow. One is, the most common one, is somebody puts the paper upside down on the scanner and they get a bunch of blank pages. So we solved that by adding a 2-sided scanner to this. Second, the other thing that causes problems in workflows is missing pages, and you typically don't find it until the end of the workflow. So we've added HP's Every Page ultrasonic page detection to this. When's the last time anybody got an extra 20 or 50 euros out of an ATM? It's probably a long time ago. It's because they use this ultrasonic page technology to detect if there's 2 bills stuck together. We do the same thing here. If there are 2 pages stuck together, it detects it, it stops the workflow, And then it tells the user, hey, you have 2 pages stuck together, you need to separate them. And then it allows you to make the workflow go all the way through right the first time. Finally, this scanner has a life of 3 million scans, which is about 3 times the typical scanner of this class. So again, we're adding functionality with the cloud in mind. Now, it's great that we're adding this NFC touch-to-print as well as wireless direct to our new products. But as you know, we have the world's largest installed base of laser printers. And we want to bring that same level of functionality to our installed base. So we'll now be introducing the industry's first wireless direct and NFC mobile printing technology for the installed base with 2 new print accessories. The 1200W mobile print accessory, as well as the JetDirect 2800W for future smart fleet. And basically, we're going to enable 40 million customers around the world to have that same wireless direct print capability that they get from the device over here that you see. So Ryan, why don't you go ahead and demonstrate that now?
Yeah, this is an accessory I'm really excited about. As George mentioned, it's great that we have new printers that have this mobile print capability. A lot of customers have big investments with buying printers from us already, but they would like to enable mobile print. What this accessory is all about is enabling those printers that are already in their hand to be able to print from mobile devices. On top of this printer here, and this is the LaserJet 2055, we've been shipping this printer for 2.5 to 3 years right now. It was designed before the mobile trend got quite to the point where it is right now. And now we are enabling with mobile. So on top of the device, you see the mobile print accessory. It's this little black box right here. It very simply connects to the back of the printer through the USB port. There's nothing to install. You simply connect it. And what it enables is the exact same functionality I showed you on the MFP over here. So I can do the tap to print. I can come up, I can touch that to the module here. Now, what I'm also very excited about with this module and also on the MFP is it's not just tap to print that we've enabled right here. As you probably know, those of you who are familiar with NFC, it's not in every phone today. If you look at Apple's iOS devices, the iPhones and the iPads, they do not have NFC built into them. A lot of the Android tablets and phones don't yet have NFC built into them. So we want to enable print for everyone else as well. And so this module, and again, the same as on the MFP, have a technology called wireless direct into that. Now, some of you may be familiar with using things like AirPrint with the Apple devices where I print through my wireless network. Well, this is an even simpler technology. You do not need to get on the wireless network. And by that I mean, you don't need to know the SSID, you don't know the password, you don't need to get on the network. This is a direct peer-to-peer connection between the mobile device, in this case our Slate 7 running Android, and the printer, mobile print accessory that we have right here. So now what I'm going to do is give you a demonstration of how from, again, the Slate 7, we're enabling mobile print. So I'll turn on the device here. And again, I've preloaded a little document right here on the device. Now we have a mobile print system built into the Slate 7, make it very easy for our customers to print. All I need to do is go to the upper corner, tap it, choose print. Yeah. It'll go out, it discovers the mobile print accessory. I make sure this is the printer I want to print to. I tap print, and it sends the print out to the printer. And as George mentioned, 40 million of the printers we've already placed out into the marketplace can accept this device right here. So instantly, customers can upgrade the base, and they can do it very inexpensively. 40 euros for this device, and you get mobile print capability. Both the tap to print and the wireless direct print that I talked about. You can see it happens very quickly. The printout comes out, mobile enabled.
So just to build on what Brian said, this has the same level of security that we talked about in the new department class MFPs over there. The same 3 types of security. So again, a bad actor can't go in and go any way into your home or business network. It also supports both LaserJet and OfficeJet products. So again, 40 million customers in our install base have the capability now through the purchase of this low-cost 40-euro device to be able to have that, both that wireless direct printing as well as the NFC touch-to-print. Okay. We introduced our first scan-optimized flow MFPs last fall. Now, what analysts told us is that we caught the competition by surprise, and we've got a lead on them. And frankly, we don't want to give up that lead. So with the launch of this new 800 series department class MFPs, we will have 2 flow MFPs, basically doubling the number of flow MFPs that we have available. Again, these are scan-optimized devices with the flow technology in them. In addition, we'll be launching our first ScanJet Enterprise Flow 5000C2. And again, that same HP Every Page technology that we hate with ATMs, but we love with our scanning and printing devices, are available in the new scanner. And so that means we'll have both single function scanners and multifunction printers that fit underneath our Flow brand. Now, obviously we've been innovating for the enterprise customer. We're also innovating for the SMB and for the emerging markets. So we've got HP's new smallest MFP, the HP LaserJet Pro MFP M125. It's our smallest one to date, plus it brings additional ease of use with the addition of a color touchscreen. We've also designed it with an effect with an assertive price point for that SMB customer. With the HP Color LaserJet Pro MFP M176, we call it a document management hub. Basically, it gives you the ability to scan directly from the device up to the cloud, both to Google Docs and to Vox.net. Now, we know emerging markets have different needs than developed markets. So we've designed the HP LaserJet Pro MFP M435 with emerging markets in mind. We're going to focus our launch on China, India, and specific countries in EMEA. And basically, we've gone and understood those customers, designed it for them, and it still includes some of the great mobile print technologies that we talked about. It has wireless direct, it has AirPrint, and it has ePrint. And finally, I think many of you are familiar with our OfficeJet Pro X series. That's our page-wide array device that Herbert talked about. We've had it available in 9 countries in EMEA. We're going to launch it across the entire region. We're very excited about that. It's the world's fastest color desktop printer. In fact, Guinness Book of World Records certified that it was the fastest color desktop printer. And you don't have to sacrifice affordability with those fast speeds. In fact, the running costs on those are typically 50% below competitive color lasers. Now, we have great products. We've got great mobile print solutions. Now we want to have great solutions that work with the enterprise and work within the new style of IT. So HP Embedded Capture is a new low-cost serverless capture and route device. It allows users to customize their workflow. One of the great things about this, it was actually invented here in Barcelona with the local team. We then piloted it in Europe, found how successful it was, and now we're going to launch it in the entire world. With HP Access Control, it's a suite of applications that help you enhance security as well as reduce cost. So we're going to add secure full printing and authentication, which we currently have for our fleet of HP LaserJet devices, to the OfficeJet Pro X. We're also enabling certain non-HP devices. And the reason we're doing this is that we're hearing from our customers they have some mixed fleets. We want access and control to be a product that they can use regardless of their fleet. So we're adding that capability. We've also added mobile print release. With ePrint Enterprise, we're adding additional support for iOS and BlackBerry 10, and we're also adding an Android app for the good mobile device management solution. Finally, with Capture and Route, we've created the ability to scan directly to cloud storage, including Dropbox and Google Docs. So to close, we talked about the new style of IT with cloud, mobility, security, and big data. At the LaserJet Enterprise Solutions Group, we're embracing those trends and we're innovating against those trends. We're launching simple and secured mobile printing, not only for new devices, but also for 40 million customers in our installed base. We're building MFPs, printers, and scanners in the new style of IT. And finally, we're wrapping those great devices with innovative solutions. So I look forward to speaking with you more this afternoon. We'll have you back in the exhibition, as Herbert talked about. We'll be able to show our great new products to you. You'll be able to do demonstrations up close. And then I look forward to talking with you about it. And with that, I'll invite Enrique Lores to the stage. Thank you.